on a Monday morning, and that Monday morning don't come back every 31st. If you do, I think that money only come back like every 3 years, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
special day. But
Mm-hmm.
listen to me, brethren, this government has done so much that I live in Kingston. I live at Red Hills. I got to play tennis every morning down at Pegasus, the Leganese Club. It
Mm-hmm.
take me half hour from here to go down. And if I coming back up in the evening at 4:30, 5 o'clock, it take me 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
40% of the car them a woman that drive them. You have ever seen one drive cars up?
No, 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 sir.
And another woman never meet accident,
Prosperity, sir. It's prosperity.
under this government. Tell me, tell me something. You drive on the street in Kingston and see how many cook shops on the side, and everyone I make money. Where the
Yes,
money
sir.
come from? Everybody at work. Sometimes the money not big, but them I live, right? So I just want to say, and for those who don't make up their mind yet, if you never vote for the Labour Party, take it from this ugly man here. I tell you, the best we have had is this young man, Andrew. And the reason they're trying to kill him and tell all kind of thing from him is because there is a philosophy in Jamaica that for you to win, you must kill the leader. Kill the leader and the body will dead. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So
Um,
for young men, I have whole heap of them that I have sent away to farm work. Some of them not come back. Them call me all the night. Me can't believe of them. No know where
true,
them
true,
come
true,
from.
true.
Right?
True, call me,
And
my uncle, one of them.
huh?
My uncle
Yes.
was one.
So let me just say, let me please give me a chance to just make an appeal. Brethren, my uncles, my aunties, my brothers and sisters, my children, listen to somebody who has passed through it from 1965. We joined. 1966 was Deputy General Secretary. And I'm telling you, I have never seen it as good as it is today. And we have more people, we have more schools, we have more churches, we have more of everything, and yet we are living much better. And guess what? It is getting better and better. Me's a man who go to Coronation Market, go buy me food. And the other day, I go to Coronation Market, cabbage was $3, $300 a pound. Look at the last week, cabbage full up the market, $80 a pound. Everything come down. The young minister doing good. My son, who is in the ministry where I was, said to me, please, Daddy, when you're talking, tell everybody, and I tell the man who is chairman of this, everybody who is 75 years and is not getting a government assistance, call me or come to the ministry. They will get $75,000 for everybody, whether you work then or no. If you are 75 years and not getting a pension, not getting anything from the ministry or whatever, come, it is there for you. This government has made it possible for you.
Mr.
Mm.
Senior, I have one question. Good
Yeah.
night. Good to
Yes,
have
ma'am.
you. Um, the Prime Minister spoke today and he mentioned the Pickersgill Committee. He said we should look it up. But we're glad you're here, so you could probably just explain it to us since we're in the heat of the PNP protesting against Dennis Strong. I know
Well,
I know your brain's very sharp.
let me tell you something.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna start from now. I was Speaker of the House the other day, and Bobby Pickersgill came there and he couldn't stand up to speak. And I said to the Parliament, I have the authority to tell Mr. Pickersgill he can sit and address the Speaker, and he did. When PNP was in power and Bobby was minister, I don't know if he was Minister of Mobilization. No, I think DK was Minister of Mobilization. They choose who get to work. No labor right get any work.
I just see a daughter.
Unless he tell a lie, say him mother and father and picnic and boyfriend and go a PNP.
I just see a daughter join us.
Eh?
I just see a daughter join us. I don't know if she want to come up.
Miss Charles.
Miss Charles, you want to come up?
You know, me no want her hear me, you know. Because she tell it, them lock me up in the house and me can't come out.
I will give her
Send me all and me not for drive.
No, let's shake a steer. I'll jump up.
No, we want to give some steering.
No,
Let's shake
no,
a
me
steer.
can't.
I'll jump up.
You know what Michelle do to me?
Mr. Vegas, you know no question, Mr. Vegas. We
Michelle,
can't
tell them-
hear my box.
Michelle, tell
No,
the
but you
police
got-
if them
you
see
got-
me driving on the road to pull me over and call her to come for me.
Yeah, but you're
But,
talking
all right,
about the
so
committee.
get back to the Bobby Pickers committee was a minister that was in charge of selecting people for every government work. And you tell me if you think you select any labor right. Let me tell you something. Those of us who are listening tonight, understand one thing. You're playing with your life. You don't understand. You're playing with your life. We have never had it so good. I said to one, where are we going to get? There are 5,000 cars down the Marcus Garvey Drive for this trip. Where are you going to drive them? You're going to man, every yard is a car mart. Where are you going to drive them? And, you know, we just have too much. We're doing well. So, sir, madam, the Pickersgill committee was to select PNP for all government jobs and all jobs that I could. And they today a complaint say a decent fellow like this young man who gets a job because him bright and don't join PNP, they want to throw him out of it. Well, I tell you something. When you're ready, you call me because I'll be down there. I'll be standing on the line. What up? You gone?
No, I'm here. I'm just
Come
listening.
here.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
got that?
listening. And I wanted to say to you that you're a person that I've always admired because of the success of your children and how you stayed in your marriage and how you always talk about your wife. You know, I've always listened to you and you have always mentioned your children and your wife. And for me, that kind of speaks volume. So admiring you from a distance. And it's a pleasure to talk to you tonight.
And I just want to just this service to say to you, to all young people who are listening to me and going towards a family. The key about family is that you must pray with your children. You must have prayer.
Amen.
You must go to church, make them join
Amen.
voluntary little thing at church. All of you man who are not Adventist, do not send your children go light no cigarette, can't go and give you, you will take a draw. Do not send your children go throw some rum, can't go and give you, you will taste it. You're talking to Pearnel Charles, who was never in the history of my life put a cigarette in my mouth. I have never put a ganja spit in my mouth. I have never gone to a bar and buy $1 worth of rum and drink it. Never. And a woman called myself, me never have any other girl. Me say, my wife catch me earlier and forgive me. So stop to ask me the question.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Connecting the dot.
Politics has put one that back.
Sir, Senior Charles.
Huh?
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. And,
All right.
and I want to say, take this opportunity to say, Michelle is one of my beautiful daughter. She's a dental surgeon. She give up money to come and get in politics. I said, Michelle, why? She said, Daddy, you cause it. Because you are there and you help people. And for the president of the PNP to go over there to disgrace her and tell her all kind of things. I said, don't worry. The people of St. Thomas will remember what I have done for them. When Dalby was mashed up, his helicopter, Siaga and myself, go to Dalby and bring back electricity to them. We start the road. We plan the road. And under Michelle, the road is now 3/4 hour from the airport to Morant Bay. What better? And she turned and said, Pearnel Charles, Barons, Newland, Ferguson, Dr. whatever, forget his name. You all tried. And I am here today when it has succeeded. And I want to recognize you. And people say that she embarrassed him. And the man said to me, it's the best thing Michelle has done since she come out here, because nobody would have seen him if Michelle ever called him and bring him up on the platform and people clap. Why this man now? Who go tell the people to take over my land? You remember that? You remember Michelle had to fight him in Parliament?
Yeah.
He said, it's not my land, he couldn't have it. Why?
Yeah. But Mr. Charles,
No black man can have a big land.
Mr. Charles, you see people at Dalby still, Dalby people love you because no matter what, Dalby always vote for the JLP. We know last. Dalby always vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. Always. We never lose a Dalby back set.
Well, let me tell you something. I remember when the hurricane came, Dalby was flat. I can see my wife coming up with a truckload of mattress and helicopter, Siaga myself to come fill. And I want the people in Dalby to hear. We tried for you, and today you want to turn your back on we? Eh?
Sir Charles, you mentioned the Pickersgill committee. Let's not forget the man that was given the job as the Minister of Mobilization. To make sure, in the 70s, his job was to make sure the public sector was filled with only PMP.
Of course.
Right? And they are coming back again to try it.
Right?
That was the job.
You're right, and that's why I said to young people, how could you not back up on you? How? This is a boy who born a one-bedroom out of Spanish Town and come a town and do well. And just get him doctorate. He could have get him doctorate 10 years ago if it wasn't politics. Eh? And you want to tell me in giving you land, in giving you house, in giving you road, in giving you car, in doing everything. And you want to tell me, say, one man come tell us, say, in thief. This man now come say, he want to come back in port to put me back in a detention in short pants. Me, everybody want to put in a short, every laborer is going in a short pants. And you think a joke him a make? You think a joke?
Good evening. I just talk about the short pants there.
I want to
hold on, they connected up. Give me a second to connect it up. Good afternoon, Mr. Charles. Thank you for your service, your long service to Jamaica. I frequently put the message out there for the Jamaica Labour Party. And to talk about short pants, what was your experience like when Manley declared a state of emergency and put you behind bars to win a general election?
Okay, sir. Let me tell you something. They came at my house and arrested me. And they took me to Halfway Tree. And they took me to a prison. And when they opened the prison door, man lie down on the floor in a urine. Man back up push out of the door and I said, but I can't go in. And they say, put your face in and then take the iron bar, shot me.
Yeah, veggie party?
Eh?
Close? Oh.
They put me in and take the iron something, pushed me. And the next policeman was there. He said to me, don't worry, Mr. Charles. As them gone, they're going to take you out. And when they come up, they put you in. And as them gone down the step, and they could take me out and put me in one corner. And I put one shoulder on one side of the corner, and one on the other corner, and my back on the middle. And I stand up and sleep for about 2 hours. At the first never know I could sleep on a fall long. All right. And they carry me up to detention in the morning. When I go up there, I see a man, a policeman, I do a long time. And I say, John, the man answer me. John, the man look for me. And then he turned and said to me, take your clothes off. And I take my clothes off and say, leave you on the plank. And this is the man whom I know as a friend, you know. The man is so nervous, him hand not shaking, can't even talk. Anyhow, they take Babsy was there, and take Babsy and put her in another thing and put me close to them because I'm a bad man, you know. They say I'm a bad man. That even go and broke out. So the next morning,
Mr. Charles,
yes.
good night, sir. I'm speaking
Yes.
to you. Hear me and say to you. You have to
Mark
sum
Nation,
out
make
of
him
2
finish
miles.
talking, Mark Nation.
Hold on a coffee.
Let me just finish the last part.
Make him
The
finish,
next morning,
please.
the next morning, they put me in there, and the next morning, 2 policemen came to detention. And I said, Mr. Charles, I was Senator, you know, Senator Charles, we come for you. We have a document for you to sign, and you can come with us. And I took out a paper, put it on, and said, we must sign it. So I laughed, I said, you're telling me, Pearnel Charles, a graduate of a university, that I am to sign a document. I don't read them. Say, you know, I have to read it, man. Just sign, Mr. Wells, test paper, and I sign it. So me look at them say, I, Pearnel Charles, certify that I saw Siaga distributing gun. I said, you want me to sign that? I said, you're going to keep me and tell me dead. Me not saying, I lie, you telling. And the man said, okay, Mr. Charles, we'll talk to you. And break them, walk away. And me talking to you tonight, many of who were there may have died. I went in on the 6 days after it was, and I never come out. Al Babsy went in 3 days before me, but she came out halfway and got to Canada to her mother. And they even asked to send me away. They said, no, I'm a prisoner. And they hold me the whole night, whole day, whole month, till the 9 months, they came and put me under house arrest. And put his police to watch me. And my wife meet an accident. And them say, Sheriff begged them and say, all right, you can go to New York and stay with your wife, but if you come back to Jamaica, you have to go back to prison. So I go to New York. After that, probably about 8 months, and hug up my wife. Boy, feels so good to be like a picnic them first. And she said to me the night, P, does that mean that if you don't go back, we can't come back to Jamaica? I said, you can't go back. And she said to me, it's 8 months now. They can't keep it for life. I want you to go back to Jamaica so we can concert. And boy, the next morning, I pack my bag back and come back to Jamaica and go back to prison. Back to prison. Back to house arrest. And this, you know, where I live at the foot of Red Hills? They send a policeman and say, Sheriff beg us to make you come and work at the BITU. Now, this is your route. Leave Red Hills, go on Red Hills Road, go straight to Halfway Tree, go down to Cross Road, go down to North Street, and then go to Duke Street. And in the evening, come back the same way back to your yard. Hear me, you don't think me is an idiot. I kill no one, kill me a road. Go away! And I stay till it done. Right under prison, and me one. And when I hear Labour right talking now, say them not vote. Me hear Labour right saying, them believe PNP, say Andrew thief. You don't understand, so that is a trick. First in the house, now in thief. Me say, man, the best thing that has ever happened to Jamaica is Andrew Holness. I have been here from the beginning, from 1965, and I'm still strong. Thank God for Jesus. And I am telling you, take my voice. If you make it happen, don't send Pearnel Charles ever tell you. Any more questions?
Yes, Mr. Charles.
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
Charles.
Mr.
Well,
Connect,
well,
you
look,
have
Mark
a
Nation.
well, connect to that.
Mark,
Steve.
other persons were here before.
Mark Nation.
Well,
Hold
Anna.
on now.
Mark
Mr.
Nation.
Nation, I've been here
Connect
for
to
quite
that.
some time. I've been here for quite some
Well,
time.
Anna.
Show some respect, my brother, please. I respect you. Yes, thank you. I'm going to stand up this evening. Mr. Charles, how are you doing, sir?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
I
Thank you,
have the
sir.
greatest respect for you
Thank you, sir.
and your guest. I want to commend you on two fronts. First of all, I want to commend you as a father and family man. I know you have taken care of your kids. I know you have worked hard for them and with them. I know they have turned out. But I also want to commend you for your outstanding service, your outstanding contribution in public service. I know that you're a good man because I met your father in Briarfield
Yes.
about 35 years ago. And
Yes.
I was a detective at Money Police Station, and I used to drive to his house and just talk to him. I used to just sit down and talk to him and learn from him. He's a decent man, and you are coming from a very good table, and therefore you have to be a good man.
Stop right there, sir.
All right, sir.
You made two mistakes, and I want to correct it. My children has achieved what they have achieved because of Gloria, Maud, Hanson, Charles.
You didn't allow me to reach there, you know.
That's the woman that
because
the woman that I married. Not me.
I heard that, sir. I heard that.
My wife, and you talk about my father. It's not my father so much, you know. My mother.
Yes.
That woman was a Christian, and when she talked to the Lord, she don't beg the Lord. She instruct the Lord to make sure He take care of we.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So I just correct you. The children that I have and their achievement is as a result of Gloria, Maud, Hanson, Charles, and me, my father James Charles, all policeman, DC man.
Yes, sir. He was that money.
Mama Rita Charles Lawrence, she has made us what we are today. Your time.
Yes, so I was also told that your wife used to buy the trumpet and put her on the neck for the birthday gift.
The what?
Why do you think the doctor used and sound your name again?
What are you talking?
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope, yes, that's the word I want to remember. Is that true? I think I heard that somewhere along the way that your wife used to buy them things, medical stuff, and it eventually became doctors.
Are you talking about when I went to Africa and they made me a chief? What is your role?
No, man, I heard about that as well, but no, I heard that your wife used to buy the presents that she was giving, like stethoscope and stuff like that. And those who wanted to become a doctor, she would kind of guide them.
No, my wife, you know, my wife is a senior public health nurse.
Yes.
And she made doctor out of the children. And we have been very fortunate. She is not a public person. She don't take platform and all them things. But she quarrel with us if we make any mistake. And she feed us right. And she make sure that, like, if we have a cold, we get the right medicine.
Yes, you know, Mr. Charles, I have been on these platforms, you know, a lot of what you are telling, the story that you are relating now, I have been on these platforms educating the nation about these things. So I'm glad that you are here as an elder for me, because I'm in my 60s now. And you are an elder for me. And for you to be around long before me and to be repeating some of the same things that I have been telling them. I just sat here and I listened to you speaking, and I'm heartened by that. And I have been warning the Jamaican people to against the PNP, you know. But as an elder statesman, I'm glad that you have taken, and I'm going to invite you to come back here, sir. I want you to come back to speak to us another time.
When you finish, you make sure you take my number, because me don't know you.
Yes,
me is not a man who go on TikTok. I don't know how my finger could touch, and I hear somebody talking about Labour Party.
Yes.
I sit down listening, and then I hear say one number, Pearnel Charles join us. I said, but how them know I join? And then they say somebody, and we touch something, and then me hear the man say, Mr. Charles,
Monsieur, come in.
All of this.
Yes.
You guys, let me say something to you. You guys don't believe in God, you know.
You know,
God
you know that's
have
the thing I was about to say. It's God himself, you know.
Let me tell you something. How the hell you think I could come to be talking to you tonight? Me don't have no time for you to go to no TikTok. Me no see no TikTok making no sense. And all of a sudden me hear somebody say JLP and this and that. And I say, what is this? And then no, me hear a nice little voice, nice lady, and me see something like a square, me touch it, and me hear them and say, Mr. Charles, that's how me come on it. I don't know nothing about to know.
But
I don't
Mr.
know how it
Charles,
works.
Mr.
So
Charles.
I get a chance to say to young men,
Mhm.
young men all over Jamaica who are listening to you tonight, please listen to me carefully. I have never smoked a cigarette in my life. I have never smoked a spliff in my life. I have never gone to a bar and buy $10 worth of rum and drink it. I have tried to live. I've gone to church. I carry my children to church. I go to church and me bad like all man. So me no go on like me no. You understand me? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But there are certain things that I do. Some man right now listening to me and then wife, they vex. You can't vex with your wife, man. And she a cook for you, and she a wash your clothes, and she a make up your bed, and she a sleep with you. If sometime sometime I have to make them right, you know. I don't mean nothing wrong. But me say, well, you're right. Peace and love. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There is some way to just make a family. Your family is the greatest thing that God has given to you. But you as a father have to lead it, and you have to make sure you take your children to church. You have to make sure you make them pray with them. You teach them how to pray, and you have no problem. Where's the lady? You run the lady gone?
No, she there. Coffee. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Vegas.
Mr. Charles, TikTok. TikTok is a weapon that formed against the PNP. Because what it actually does, it gives us a voice for us to disseminate message, destroy propagandas and lies, and shape the truth for the people of Jamaica. So it's actually a beautiful instrument that it has been used to deliver justice and the truth to Jamaican people.
Well, sir.
So God
If
was,
the
God guide your
Jamaican
hands tonight and allow you to come and have this beautiful conversation with us.
Well, sir, I don't know how I come on
Mr.
it.
Charles? Your time, Mr. Vegas.
I don't know how I come on it. But I want to tell you,
Mr.
I am
Charles,
glad to hear you,
my name
and
is
I want to
Mr. Vegas.
congratulate those of you
I grew up
who have
being
spent your money
fan
and your time
of
to help to promote
Mr. Pearnel
truth,
Charles during election times.
so
I always
that
check if
Jamaica people
Mr.
can
Charles
hear
one is
them now go and help you better than this young man. And he's a young boy, young
Mr.
to
Charles,
me.
Mr. Vegas want to say something to you.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Vegas, yeah. Mr. Vegas, your time, sir.
Say again?
Mr. Vegas?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Man, we are hearing you, sir.
Yes, I have something.
Good
Question
night,
you want to
Mr.
ask
Charles.
me.
Good night.
Go ahead.
Your mic is muted, Mr. Vegas. Your mic is muted, Mr. Vegas.
Someone keep muting me. I don't know what's going on. It keeps muting.
Okay, go ahead.
So let me try again. Yeah, Mr. Charles. As a youth growing up in before my question, I just want to let you know that I was like a big fan of the Honorable Pearnel Charles during election times. I always check if you're one of the persons you met anymore, because she was the member of parliament up my way. So I always check for like your name and Mavis Gallimore name in the Gleaner. So it's good to speak to you. Tonight, the Prime Minister called on labor rights to protest against what the PNP is trying to do. If you were in government or if you were active at this time, what would you have done when hearing this call?
Well, let me just say this to you. The PNP have a strategy. They have worked it against Siaga and they are working it against Andrew. They get labor right to believe that all the good that is being done is not good for them. And if he has called us to demonstrate, I'll be there. I'll be on the front line because I have felt it. Sir, let me step back one to tell you where. I was at Alpart as a union man, and Michael Mann came down there and had a meeting. He was in charge of Alpart, and he had a meeting about 450 or 500 people. And I was there with two of my friends, one Rasta man and one other man. Three of us. We're not going to the meeting, we stand up where we can hear. And meeting me here, Michael said, unless you get rid of Charles from down here, none of you are going to get the work. You don't tell him to kill me, you know. I'm saying, unless you get rid of him from down here. Someone interpret that apart from run me, beat me, kill me, get me away. So the meeting over, me stand up down the bottom. Me see a police jeep coming down, a cut-off back jeep, with two policemen in the back, with two long guns, and two policemen in the front. And the police come and stop right where I was. And the crowd are come. I can't run again because man let them come. So me jump up in the police jeep, the policeman look at me and say, who are you? You're police? Come out! Get out of the van! So he said, you know, hear me? So me come out of the van and stand up. By the time the crowd come down on me, and the police don't move, and Michael Manley and them hand in hand, about 9 men, left hand in the right hand in the left hand in front, and the crowd behind. And when they come beside me, one big guy named Cookie, said to Michael, him have a gun. Michael hear when he said, me have a gun, you know. And Michael turned to him and said, who have a gun here? And the man give me a right hand in my left eye, broke the glass in my eye and broke the bone under my eye, the bone that squeeze your eye on the eyeball and you feel a bone. He broke that bone and the glass in my eye and I hold on to it and fire shot right in his belly and it kept him down his leg and he run away. And I look at man there and say, you caused this. And him not moving on. I tell you something, I say, and I love him, you know. And I lie to you. I love him because I like how him talk. And him said to me, you're lying, you're damn fool, I'm trying to save you. And I run left him and go to my car. And drive away with the one eye. So I struggle hard and I come through. And then him said, and come at the court and him lock me up. And him tell the judge, say, him never see a man take a fist like that and stand up. And the people them laugh and the judge have to put off the court for 20 minutes. And when them going out, two little old men upon the jury. And when the little old man come upside and look at me in the prisoner box. And the woman said to me, him a laugh? You know, you're not guilty of fart. And a policeman hear her, and the policeman come down to me and say, what did she say to you? I say, you're speaking to me? Yes. I say, are you a policeman? I say, yes. I say, don't you know you're not to speak to a prisoner? What are you coming to argue with a prisoner? And him go ahead. So let me tell you something. I passed through some hard time for you know, and I am begging you know, tonight. Please, don't be fooled by stressing. Because they have to kill the leader. Remember, Andrew was very popular. So to really kill him, you have to kill him and then you kill me and you. So labor right and people who are not labor right but are not fanatic PNP, please come out and vote beside the bill. if the man who run your constitution, like him, cover him face and mark beside the bell, that will give you a government that can keep us in the right developing area as we are now.
Mr. Charles, a quick one for
Yes,
me.
sir.
A very quick one.
Winston, get a chance now.
Yeah, man, all right, no problem.
Go ahead, go ahead, Connect. I will come after
Yeah, man,
you.
a quick question I have for Mr. Charles. During the when the detention order was to be signed, when the proclamation was to be signed by the Governor General, I was
The
told
what?
that when the Governor General was
What
to
he
have
did?
signed the proclamation for the state of emergency, I am told that Mr. Siaga name went up initially and the GG turned it back and said not going to sign it. Did you do anything about that?
No, that's not true. Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Mr. Siaga called a meeting for Montego Bay, and we all were at holiday in that Saturday, I think it was a Saturday. And with helicopter come over because there was rumor that they might have a state of emergency. A helicopter land and a soldier come out and hand Siaga a letter from Michael Manley, and they asked for two people, and they took Pat Stevens and another white guy, British guy, and they took them in helicopter and gone off with them, two prisoners. And I remember they maybe look at me and say, Pearnel, are you next, So night come down now, me decide, nah, catch me, brother. Me jump into my car and me leave Montego Bay. And when I remember when I reached Trelawney, a bat licking at the windshield. Me nearly turn over because me feel like it's a policeman stop me. But anyhow, me end up at Money. And my mother is, my mother, the first thing she going to do is pray for it. So me wake up and leave there early the morning and come through St. Mary and come at town. So that is how the state of emergency start. Siaga writing back and, communicate. And all of we hide. I mean, me hide whole week. They have me, follow me all over the place. Anything else you want to know?
All right, you make Mr. Charles.
Winston, you can go ahead with your question.
What's that come now?
Grassy, I lost a word. I will just listen. Trust me. Churchill, let Churchill ask a question.
But that's about the Governor General. The Governor General is literally obligated to sign a document from the Prime Minister. Because the Prime Minister appointed the Governor General.
You're a nice lady,
Eh? I think it was Mr. Glasspool who was that. But Mr. Glasspool, definitely, in my opinion, was not fully in support of the state of emergency. But him signed the document. And could not sign it. Well, I don't think he'd have to resign if he don't sign it. And I don't think that they wanted to do that. You understand?
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night,
Mr. Charles. Really pleasant to hear you again. I hear an interview with you on Cliff Hughes before. Enough of the things you're saying now, I've heard it before.
Yes.
But what is your sentiments now towards this current opposition leader who we are not sure that he was born in Jamaica? And we're not sure that he has renounced his citizenship to Britain. How do you feel about that?
Well, sir, you were listening earlier. There are 64 members of parliament. and he's the only white man in Parliament. And then you're going to tell me, say, him who organized to put a chain around a black man's neck and drive him out of poverty. That reminds me of what slavery was, what our forefathers passed through. And I know that the trick that they have used in the past is what he's using now. He has succeeded in getting a lot of labor right to turn against Andrew. A lot of people to decide they're not going to vote for Andrew. Why? Because of what the man said. You tell me what him said that is true. Tell me what him said that is true, apart from the fact that he want power and him have to get power, and the way to do it is to kill the leader and the rest are dead. And if they kill Andrew, all are we going dead? So I'm telling you, those of you who are hearing and saying you're not going to vote, one vote can make you lose a seat. One seat can make you lose the government. So don't stay there and say, Lord God, make me wrong. You know before that if you do it, you are wrong. So I appeal to you, particularly those of my daughter in St. Thomas and my son in Clarendon. Please forgive me for rooting for them, because it's me make them. Pearnel is a top-class lawyer, making leave it and going into politics. Then Michelle is a top-class dental surgeon, make leave it and gone. So it's me make them out there, and I am begging you, please, on my behalf, make sure that you vote for them. Of course, I'm being selfish, because I really want you to vote for the Jamaica Labour Party so that Andrew can continue this job that he's doing for Jamaica, for the rest of us. Do not be misled by those who want to put Andrew in short pants and put me back in short pants and put you in short pants. A prisoner means they're going to put me. You understand? That's what short pants mean.
Steve, can you add Mark Nation, please? Because the moderator then can't carry him up.
No, you think about it, Mark, I'm waiting for him time. You understand? We're on him, but
carry him up, Steve. I think he can allow him now.
No, no Mark Nation time this. Mark Nation have to kind of stay in the comment section over this.
Yes,
No, sorry. I thought he was a vice of the.
No, Mark Nation have a comment. He have a comment long time.
You want to ask a question?
Mark Nation.
My mistake with somebody else.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to ask a question? Go ahead, man. Hello.
Your time, Mark. Go ahead.
I don't want to bombard the thing, you know. When I'm in the box and drop it, you know. Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Hold on, man.
Steve.
Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Mr. Charles on the platform. Some principle. That's what I go.
Yeah, our principle, man. Yeah, I say something to you. Mr. Charles, good night.
Good
We
night,
don't ask about the 1976 election. That dep on my mind. Good night, sir. You know what happened? Me have a granny we live out the name Tiny Sparks. You ever heard about a lady before? Used to live in Tivoli Garden, named Tiny Sparks.
Yeah, man.
About 1976 election. Can I give me some insight on that?
Spanish Town Road.
Yeah, my granny named Tiny Sparks was one revolutionary, a root for you.
Yes.
And you know what she tell me, say?
Yes.
More give me some insight on the fact my mother ended up get shot in the belly during them time there, you know. I'm going to understand, say, you were the person going to represent out there, and them lock up the state of emergency. Can you give me some insight on that, sir?
That's Spanish Town Road you're talking? Or St. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Spanish Town Road.
West Kingston,
Spanish Town Road.
But I really cannot
can
remember. I can't remember the names now, but I was very close to Mr. Siaga, and Mr. Siaga was organizing and helping those people. So I worked with him. I was counselor for Denham Town for 10 years, and I was sent to Southwest, where Wilson Hill was, and That is because after I was sent there, Tony Spallings, I understand, said that him saying wants to up at South where the MP there is now, Mark Davis, and see the sea. And I sent back to tell him, say, I want to see a ream and see the clock a 3:30. who did a bad man? Me think me bad man. That's all they get a man to say. Him was at a meeting at Sherlock and saw me give out 24 guns to 24 people. And the lawyer said to him, how many of you was at the school? He said, 25 of us, sir. And the lawyer said, but you never got a gun. He said, no, me never get none. And the lawyer, and you vexed? He said, yes, me vexed. And the judge said, Mr. Charles, you may go from when to care. The case. And as the mother came and see me, I turned and said, them set the boy to come say so. Where in God's earth, me not get 25 guns to go give out in a public before. So,
Mr. Charles.
yes, I did what I could in Tivoli Garden, in Denham Town, and in Southwest before they took me from Southwest, sent me to detention, you know. And Joan Gordon, who is running for PNP now, was my secretary in the JLP, and she was over there and worked for me until I come back out of detention. And now she got down to PNP.
Oh, one thing to them, Sir Charles, one next question.
Yes.
One question, Delacree Park and Payne Avenue, we keep on tell people say it's JLP build it, and them don't this build them must lie like a PNP build it. I'm tell you it's JLP build it.
The high building?
Yes. And
no,
Delacree, yes, sir.
They were built by the Jamaica Labour Party. And they were built by Clem Tavares. Right? Clem Tavares are there first. And I think that, what's the name of, what they call out there? What's the name?
Payne Avenue and Delacree near Brandon. Payne Avenue, Payne Line.
Payne Avenue, yeah, man. And Payne Avenue,
yeah.
Sure that
yeah.
The PNP captured it and put PNP in it after Wilton Hill. And they put me in detention. They were out of the labor right.
So you can say PNP quick to do.
Look here. Look here.
Charles, I want
look
to
here.
ask
I stand up on Spanish Town Road, you see, and watch hundreds of Labour Party supporters run to St. Catherine and to 11 Mile. I tried to stop them and I said, Pearnel, you can't stay, we gone.
Yeah.
Cat, hand cat, taxi, truck, everything. They moved from Spanish Town. They moved from Spanish Town Road, Delacree, the whole of Southwest, and go to those areas where Babsy is now and out at 11 Mile.
So it's a PNP in a good door.
Sir,
Mr. Charles, question to you, sir.
Yes.
With all this knowledge that you have garnered from 1965 until now, where can I get this book to buy, sir? Because this is something to treasure.
Sir, I have 4 books. I have Detain, that tell you what they do to me in detention. I have the Politics of Power, they show you how they maneuver power and use it to destroy us. And I have A Cry from the Grassroots, which is me, a grassroots man, but told you where I come from, where I walk, what time I get my first pair of shoes, which I never go to school till I was 7 years old. I'm from Deso to Yasso, right? And I have another book now that I'm making, which is the last book I plan to write, because come the 1st of September this year, I will enter my 90th year. I am now 89 and kicking.
Wow.
Right?
From prison to parliament.
You know, Mr. Charles.
From prison to parliament.
I have the pleasure of meeting you in Portland out by Darrell Vaz office some years ago
Yes.
in 2008 in the by-election.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of meeting you, shaking your hand, and it is an honor. And I just wanted to say, sir, to you tonight, thank you for your contribution to the development of this country. Thank you for the sacrifice that you have made over the years for the Jamaica Labour Party and for Jamaica at large. Thank you, sir.
Well, I gotta tell you something, sir. My eyes are wet, but I'm not crying because I did not know that there are so many people who remember me. I was 2 terms councillor in West Kingston. I was 3 terms member of parliament in Eastern St. Thomas and 4 terms member of parliament in North Central Clarendon and Speaker of the House. And I think I have made a contribution. I have worked with my colleagues. I have watched Jamaica pass through the rough time. And I stand here tonight to say to Jamaican people, many of us have sacrificed. Many of you are so vexed now that you say you're not going to vote. Please, on my behalf and on behalf of them who have sacrificed and have died, please come out and make a mark beside the bell to continue the development of Jamaica. Please do not follow the Sufu and Andrew because the strategy is kill the leader and all of us will dead. They have already warned you that they're going to put you in short pants, that they're going to put run chain around your neck, and that don't wait until it happens. I beg you, I warn you, some labor right vex, put on your vexation. You say some man will run up, you know, like them, cover up their face and mark beside the bell. When you mark beside the bell, you mark for me, you mark for colleagues, you mark for those who are listening, and you mark for Andrew. Forget the man, cover up. It's not him you're voting for, you're voting for a government of Jamaica.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Hold on, Wizzy. Mr. Charles.
Yes, sir.
They have tried to paint our Prime Minister as a thief, and then they paint Mark Golding as a man of integrity. But a man who has been in government and knows Mark Golding and his dealings in the FinSac era, where he scraped from poor people of Jamaica. Do you have any insight on his behavior back in those times? Because he was on a political platform saying that he has no connection to FinSac.
Who?
Mark Golding.
Sir, let me tell them, let me advise them. If you're listening, turn on your tape. Let me tell you something. Your tape is on now. Listen to me carefully. I had a friend. I had a friend in Nigeria, Chief Igbenedion, and he took me to Nigeria. I was there, and he made me a chief. And he sent money to Jamaica and make a bank called Intercontinental Merchant Bank. And the bank was going good. Davis called me to come to his office, and he said to me, get this man in Nigeria to sell the bank. The government don't want more than 2 merchant banks. One of the merchant banks is Golden Bunting and somebody else. I said, sir,
Bunting and Golden.
The man in Nigeria is not selling in bank. Listen to me carefully. Mr. Van.
Daring.
Yes. And the minister said to me, all right, Mr. Charles, when I go back to my office, this was like on a Wednesday. When I go back to my office, the Friday morning, a man come in. No, he said to me, you have to sell the bank because the man have to invest more money. I called him and he said, not putting any more money in there. The bank is going on fine. Why you do that? So, the Friday now, a Jamaican man come with $20 million. I was so glad when the money come because a lot of people were applying for loans. So we take the money and we put it in the bank, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we start to distribute it to loan. And Thursday the man come and say, what him hear about the bank, he want back in money. I said, sir, you got to give us 2 weeks. We can't give you the money now because we have sent it out to people. He said, boy, he called the minister. The minister called me to come to his office. And I got to his office. I said, Minister, we got this money and we distributed to people who have been asking for loan. And he said to me, if you cannot find it, I'm going to instruct the Bank of Jamaica to pay him, because the law says you must have enough money when a man deposit that if he want it back the next day, he can give it, which is true. The law says so. So, they said, man, the two banks, I forget who the other one, was Golden and Bunting and Daring, was one of the banks that they wanted to buy the man bank. And I went to Parliament and complained. You know what Davis told them in Parliament? That he can take them now to his office at the Ministry of Finance and show them hole in the carpet when me kneel down. Me knee make hole in the carpet begging him. And see, Mr. Davis still alive, right? But he was one of the owners, both him and Bunting. And I want to make a statement, and I want PNP listen. Bunting and Golden should never be in charge of PNP. One in charge of the Senate and one in charge of Parliament. There's some good PNP man in Jamaica, who have worked hard. And you take two of them from one bank and put PNP in the two of them hand. One at Parliament, low Parliament, and one at Senate. And you want to tell me, say, me must sacrifice my life and my family life for them? No, sir. Not at all.
Mr. Charles, there was a bank called
Good night. I just only have one single question. I have one single question. No, man, one single question. And it's very important.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, mute Wizzy.
Hello.
Mute Wizzy, you mute.
I have one single question. Mr. Charles, Sir Charles, good night. I only have one single question. And this question is a question that I would like to last for the next 100 years.
Yes.
The solution, Rod. You are at 89 years old. I think you operate like you are 40. I would love for you, after we win the next election, that you set up a committee to be chairman of that committee and have a group of bright, educated young people to tell them what it is, the parameters of what it is to the history of the Jamaica Labour Party since the 1940s, and to let the Jamaican people have the historical context of all the good things that this party would have done since the 1940s, so that for the next 100 years, the historical context would be there to back us when we can pull from that historic history to actually guide us into the future. Because there's so much that the Labour Party would have done, and we are just being now aware of it because it was not properly spoke about enough. Thank you, sir.
Right. I just said the gentleman, whoever is organizing this thing, please call me, get my telephone number, and let us meet. Let me give you guys a few books from my own writing, own experience, and that young lady that feel that you shut her out. I am a young lady fan, So if you're still there, miss, please call me.
I'm still here, sir.
Oh, yeah, tell you. please make sure you get a copy of my book or 2 copies, and let's whoever put this thing together. I don't know how you're so smart that you put this thing together, because I have been trying to talk to Jamaica, and I never get a chance. Apart from Clip Hughes, and I was on the RJ, the TVJ thing, get a chance to say to Jamaica, please remember, I have passed through the fire. I have been burnt down to the skin of my backside, and I telling you, a battered and bruised, sleep with chink, sleep with dog flea, batter and bruise, and I am still here. And I want to say to the people of Jamaica, you have somebody now who they have planned to kill, not take his life, but kill his profession so they can get the rid of us. It has happened before. Do not allow it to happen again. Come out and vote. Don't wait until you start to run away. Because you can't run go America now, Trump won't block you. Man, they give you 3 flights, Trump is sending back 3 flights here. So you have to stay here and suffer. Miss, I remember at halfway tree when a lady told us she went to buy napkin that evening, and they said if that man tell her if she wasn't buying sardine, she can't get the napkin. That is where we're coming from. That is where we're coming from. And you are sitting down, not fighting others to say, look here, get up and come and vote. I went to North Central.
Winston, I can borrow your box, Winston.
Eh?
Go ahead, Crafty. Sure, man. Go ahead.
I went to Southeast Clarendon last week, and my son, Pearnel Charles, I gave a joke down there, and I want to give it nationally, because he came after I got the chance to visit my wife after 9 months in prison. he came. You understand what that means?
Mr. Charles,
Yes. Yes.
that is one of the things I am telling you. My heart bleeds up to today when they had you locked up and your wife, I read it, your wife had that accident. Your wife is a nurse, I'm a nurse myself. And she and the kids had to go away to the States for asylum, right? And when you ask them if you could go and visit your wife, Michael Malley said, you are a prisoner. And we thank you for all you did for us, all the sacrifices you made, because I'm sure it was not easy in there. Anyways, continue.
Miss, I want to thank you.
1 minute.
I want to thank you.
Steve, can you add Mr. Pang, please? And Winner can go ahead with his question.
Only Akif. You want to do my boxer.
That's why.
No, don't put Akif in here. Do not put Akif in here.
Kerry, take out my this, man. Pang.
Yeah, Mr. Pang.
Okay.
Be careful, guys. Can remember Mr. Charles not say you say TikTok.
Yeah, Mr. Charles, before we go, a lady want to know where she can get your book to buy.
Where she what?
Where she can get your book to purchase.
The book?
Yeah.
I don't know where they have it now, but some of you go and call me later.
Yeah.
And I will make it available to somebody who can mobilize it and distribute it to those who want. I don't know which of the bookstore have it now, but I have some new ones that I've printed, so books are available.
Mr. Charles.
Yes.
Hold on, Horish. We wanted to direct the conversation in Mark Golding's credibility, because he wants to paint himself as a man of integrity who has not gotten anything from taxpayers. Now, there was a bank Billy Craig Merchant Bank that DBNG went into a venture partnership with, where they use FinSAC money, that is taxpayers' money, to do a deal to the benefit of DBNG. Do you remember that family bank, Billy Craig Merchant Bank, Mr. Charles?
Sir, I don't have to remember any bank, you know. I remember the one that I was in charge of, and they shut it down and put it on a FinSAC, and FinSAC going there. In fact, the man, one of the FinSAC man, called me and said if I want some of the things I can come text them, and I got a chance to take the photographs, the pictures that are in there, and the utensils. I still have them right now, right?
So it was a selective.
Hold on. Let me bust something give you. You know about a lion named Abe Dabdoob?
Yes.
Abe Dabdoob joined with me to say to the government, the present government, after nearly 40 years, that the bank was wrongly shut down because it was not in any danger. And he fought with the bank, what do I call it now? Anyhow, they put it in bankruptcy. They put the bank in bankruptcy, and they have a committee that is managing the bankrupt banks. Abe has discovered that the bank was not to be put in bankruptcy. And just 3 months ago, the government of Jamaica, under the Bankruptcy Act, has found more money to pay off what the bank had owed. And the man in Nigeria has gotten back millions of dollars. So the bank was not to be shut down. It was shut down only because I decided we were not going to make Davis and them buy out the man bank and so them shut it down and run us out of Jamaica. So if you don't believe, say, on a playing with fire, the first time it scorch you, this time it go and burn you. May I tell you?
We heard stories from the FinSAC victims that, listen, they even offered to buy back their properties higher than what FinSAC were selling it for, and they were told no, because some of these assets were actually auctioned to Tapanaris within the PNP are people who had link with the People's National Party. Some of these companies were dissolved and put into receivership, even though these companies were viable, all because of a political agenda. And when they checked into these businesses, they were tied, they were labor right owners.
I just told you, sir, that I can hold up my hand, I can go before any court, you can call me tomorrow morning, you know who you're talking to, you know my address. They shut down the Intercontinental Merchant Bank, say that it was not viable. And the amount of money that the government has collected that was owed to Intercontinental, the man is getting back millions of dollars. And Abe Dabdoob has said to them, the bank should never have been shut down because the bank was viable. But he wanted to sell the bank to them, and therefore the man refused to sell it, and then sent a man come put in 20 million and want it back the next day. We couldn't find it, and the Bank of Jamaica paid the 20 million and they shut down the bank. Well, let me tell you something, not even a good thief could be able to do that. It's not even criminal.
So what you're saying, Mr. Charles, the 20 million that was deposited was a trick, because them know say once you lend out the money, it would have hard for you find the money if you pay back when they come for it.
Sir, I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. If you put in $20 million on a Thursday, Wednesday. And Thursday, Friday, we start to distribute the money to people who had made application. And you come back for it Monday. I will say, but say, give us a week to collect back. The man said, no. The law say you must have it. And he go to the minister, and I go to the minister. And the minister said to me, the law said, if the man put in the money at 12 o'clock and want it back at 5, you have to give him back his money. I said, but he put it in and 3 days we have distributed it. And they said, well, that's your fault, my friend. And he called the Bank of Jamaica to go and pay the man. And the Bank of Jamaica paid the man the 20 million and take over our bank, said that we're in bankruptcy. And they have to now pay the man millions of dollars today.
Would you remember the name of that gentleman who put the $20 million in the bank?
No. I don't remember his name, man. It's nearly 40 years I'm talking about.
Yeah. But
I don't remember the name of the man.
You see, DB&G, Daring, Bunting, and Golden.
Yeah.
They
were one of the banks that the minister was going to sell my bank to.
So, okay, they wanted a monopoly like operations. DB&G wanted a monopoly in the merchant bank business.
I don't want to speculate. I have to go by the facts to tell you that they wanted me to sell our bank, and the man in Nigeria said not selling his bank, and they organized for it to shut down because they put in money and we couldn't pay it back, although the money was lent out and could have been brought back in to pay them. They shut it down, declare it bankrupt, sell it to FinSac, and now FinSac gone, and they now collect back enough money to pay all the people, and the man get back millions of dollars last week.
Sounds like a research.
After years of hardship, the man get back millions of dollars. And Abe Dabdoob said the bank should never have been closed down because it was never in problem.
But Mr. Charles, at that time, you know any other member of parliament who have experienced the same thing that you have experienced in that time? Or anyone in parliament, in your opposition side at that time?
If I don't want? Sorry, I didn't get that.
If you have known anyone on the opposition bench at that time who experienced the same thing that you have experienced in the FinSac era?
Well, it's a long time, but a whole heap of people have lost their homes because they couldn't pay back banks money they borrow to buy the house and this and that. So I couldn't just tell you yes or no and call no name. All I can tell you is that there was bangarang in the system. Bangarang, if you understand what that means.
Okay.
People were running up and down. You have to take, my mother would say you have to take bad something make laugh. A man told me that him and a Chinaman went to a dance the Friday night, and they came home about midnight, and they live next door. And so the Saturday morning wake up and said, John, come, we have to go back. John, answer. Same knock, man not answer. So call the helper and say, what did I say? John, after I come back last night, I ain't gone this morning on the plane. People were running away from Jamaica, running, leaving everything behind. And by the time they reach America, a comrade take with them house, or them sell it for half price. And you want to go back in that? People were jumping off house in Mandeville, kill themselves because they can't pay the mortgage.
Wow.
And you want to go back in that? Oh man, don't tell me foolishness. And I warning those labor rights who make people fool them. I warning you. Remember me tell you, Lot of chink away for in the vast. Whole heap of dog flea in there.
Mr.
They
Charles,
warn you.
Mr.
Stay
Charles,
away from it.
Mr. Charles,
Okay.
Mr. Charles,
Yes,
I
sir.
have one question. About Goodyear. The PMP have said that Portia Simpson Miller has bought Goodyear, and I told him not like that, so I don't know anything about it. Bought the land.
On this very thing here, I saw Michelle put something here where I think the light burn and the Goodyear man and somebody
Orator, me
holding
can
up
borrow
the
your
first
books.
tire.
Sure.
I can't tell you whether Portia had anything to do with it. I don't
No.
know if it was. I think it was before Portia. I'm not sure. I can't say it. I can't. I couldn't be honest with making a statement on that.
What them are saying that the PMP have property. So is the PMP must get the up for what going on out there. So me just see that way then.
All I can tell you is that Goodyear did not close down in St. Thomas because Goodyear run out of money.
Correct.
Goodyear run out because the union that was there giving them problem and they went away to Dominican Republic.
Lambert Brown.
Huh?
Lambert Brown.
That's right.
My
Because
uncle Darley, my uncle that wrote there, Darley.
yes, UAW was out there. And
Steve, Mr. Pang, I have a question.
Yeah, I have a question too, Rafi.
Well, Mr. Pang, go ahead first. He was here before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, Chief.
Yes.
We met up out of the Jellyman with them take out of St. Thomas on the beaches, so we sell pan it, so that's what we buy jelly. I see you buy jelly for them too all the more time. But the Jellyman we out of St. Thomas, we sell pan the right hand side there when I go out. Yeah, I meet you out the more time.
Oh.
You buy jelly from him. Them take him out now.
Oh, they kill him, man.
Yeah.
You mean the one who nearly out of the fish place?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, me know.
And the right hand side there.
Yeah, man. Me and you meet up out there.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
Yeah,
well,
man. I know
good
him
guy.
want to ask you about still. No, and if you remember one man named Cookie. One of Michael man live. Cookie. One of Michael man live. Man them down at St. Thomas. St. Elizabeth there. No, I mean the backside. That incident there.
Yeah.
You remember it?
No, what did happen? What did happen? What did it happen?
You and him in a wranglings down there?
Me?
I think you was a union delegate them time there.
That you didn't hear earlier tonight to give you the history of what happened, you know.
Okay, me come on late then, all right.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what I didn't tell you. When I went down there, now I went to Hugh Shearer. I said, Mr. Shearer, how come the PNP, the NW man, them have all the backside? And Mr. Shearer said, well, you want one, go organize it. So I went to Alpart and I spoke to the guys and then like what I was saying, I said, let us negotiate some better things. And a guy named Silent was driving me. And I come round a corner one day. And that's it, down at Alpart, you know. A car keep on the side. So Silent stop. And the car come right up and bumper to bumper. And I said, boy. So I'm in the back seat and I open and come out. And two men come out with two guns. And I run across the mining place. And I hear one say, shoot him now. The other one say, why you not shoot him? And none of them never want to shoot him. I say, God, hold them on. And I don't know if I drop in the hole or I jump in the hole. But all I know, I was down in the hole of the tractor of mine. And I run out behind the tractor and come out and Silent meet me around the corner with a car, with my car, and I jump in the back, right? And 3 days me back down there and the guy said, Jesus Christ, you come back down there? So apparently they never really want to hurt me. They really wanted me to leave the place. but I don't bond with them in my mind. You understand? So things was rough. Things was rough, but we are here today.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I meet the one named Cookie, you know. Him was one
Oh,
of the garrison them. I
Cookie,
meet him at Elliston Road, yeah.
you know,
So
Cookie.
yeah, man.
You mean the big Cookie?
Yes, man. Me meet him,
You
man.
know him lick me in my eye, man.
Yeah, man.
Cookie
Him tell me.
Cookie break the nasal orbit, the bone, and my left eye. Up to now, it come out. Right? And lick me in there, broke up the glass in my eye, and broke the bone, and me end up at Mandeville Hospital.
Mr. Pang, you're so late.
Hold on,
Yeah.
the doctor said, I think the doctor was so nervous and he saw all part and man come. He said to me, Mr. Charles, you cannot get the medical assistance here in Manchester for your eye. We are going to have to rush you to the university. So, I don't know how I leave from there, whether it is, I don't know, but I know I'm in university now. And about 1 o'clock, a nurse came in and said, Mr. Charles, 2 men just came here for you. I said, they want to see you, but I told them you're gone to another hospital and I'm gone. The man them come for me up there and I'm going to the nurse. And I've been trying to find the nurse. The nurse, I will know her if I ever see her in life again because her right jaw had a birthmark. Almost all of her jaw was a birthmark. And she was an Indian girl and she come from Clarendon. And I've been looking for her for years to tell her that. The man them come for me the night. Come for me the night because for the man get shot. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
Marcia.
I got through a lot
Marcia, I have
of
a
things.
question now.
Good night, Minister Charles. I'm not sure if this was discussed before, but Billy Craig Insurance out of Montego Bay, and I think the government deposited $50 million towards it when it was acquired back then by the BNG. So I'm not sure if you have some information to shed light, because after that money was deposited, we have never heard that the government of Jamaica recovered that money, and it was turned over. The insurance company, Billy Craig, was turned over to the BNG when I think they changed the name, wanted a commercial bank. So if you have some information, I would love to hear more about that saga that went on under FinSAC.
I don't quite remember. I think that the BNG was sold to NCB. I think they sold out their bank to one of the big banks.
Scotia.
That's one Scotia. They sold out one of the big banks. Right? But let me tell you something. Even on these instruments that we are talking, we have to be very careful what we say because they are listening and they are recording us. All I can tell you is that Mark Golden have a Jamaican passport and a British passport. Now you tell me, what is he doing with 2 passports? I hear, and I make it clear, is here, I hear, say him have business in the British territories all around the Caribbean. So him need the British passport. If him don't have that passport, him have to close those business. So, yeah, all kind of things. Hear me here. If it's not true, then correct me. But I can tell you, you have to tell me why a man could born in Jamaica, have a Jamaican passport, have a British passport because his father and his great-great-grandfather, who I hear something about him, but I won't say it on the air because I'm not sure if it's true. Right? But them have 2 passports. And when you and them reach airport, them gone through with them passport and you because they're citizens. And you have to wait back with a visa. and him is a Jamaican citizen and a British citizen, and him want to come run it. Me? No, sir. And all of you out there who love up. Jamaican love white people more than black people, you know that?
True.
Oh, you know that the same man them send black man go cut off black man head who will want come and say if you catch him when he run and he don't want come bring the head and then carry the head come and get paid for the head. You forget? When I read it. Oh.
Yes.
I
Mr.
want
Charles.
to know. I want to know.
Yeah.
And I want to know that there's one or two people who said they're not going to vote. And let me repeat, one vote can make you lose a seat. One seat can make you lose a government. I repeat,
Okay.
one vote can make the man running in your place lose, and one seat can make you lose a government. So don't stay in your yard and say, boy, I'm tired. All of them are thief. No, my God. Why you believe all of us are thief? Some of us have made some sacrifice for you.
Yeah.
Listen.
Barry,
Mr. Charles.
yes.
Yes, Mr. Charles.
Yes.
It's I used to be your neighbor up in Bellas Gate. I was a councillor, caretaker up in Bellas Gate side there. You had one side of the road, I was on the other side, you know?
Yes.
But Mr. Charles, we have been talking on these lives, you know, for a number of nights, for the last 3-4 months.
Yes.
And you have been a part of our discussion. We have spoken about when you were locked up in the state of emergency. And we have spoken about all the ordeal that you have gone through. And to have you tonight on this live, to tell the Jamaican people, they hear it from the horse's mouth, that the stories that we have been telling is not made up story. It's true. I mean, I'm sure tonight a lot of people who have been listening and who are still listening probably would have said, listen, we have been hearing these things about this man, and to come and hear it from him, right? It sounds so depressing that this thing could have been done to a black Jamaican by another man, you know? And so I want to use this opportunity, Mr. Charles, to say thank you so much. Because a lot of these people probably never actually got an opportunity to speak to you so that you could tell your story. And I heard somebody said to you, we want to thank you so much for what you have gone through for us. And nobody understood the kind of hard deal that you and others went through, so that we are here tonight and we can actually have a Jamaica Labour Party. Because had it been for the PNP, would have been decimated and it would have been a one-party state, because that is what they wanted all this time. And thank you again so much, Mr. Charles. And I do hope that you will continue to come on these lives, you know. And as somebody said, you can form a group and help us to educate. And I know that you have written extensively about your ordeal and Jamaica's history, and we really want to get those books. Thank you again, Mr. Charles. I can't say thank you enough, you know.
Well, let me tell you something. I have a different belief than a lot of you guys, you know. How the hell you can tell me that I am sitting in my bedroom and my phone up on TikTok and I hear you know, and I touch something and I hear the man talk. This is a miracle. No, listen to me. No, don't, you must laugh at these things, you know. This is a miracle. None of you called me. I didn't call any of you. I heard, I don't know, because I say to dance. But tonight I touch and hear somebody say JLP. And I said, what? And
that was
Mr.
enough.
Walker Square come out and I touch it. That is a miracle. And I hope that many Jamaicans can say to those of you who have organized it, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain to many of our colleagues, brothers, sisters, mothers and fathers and family that, trust me, It is not easy for everybody. It's not hard for everybody. But we all can make it if we work together. I made a
Oh, yes.
joke. It's not a joke. You look on the road. More women are driving their own car today than ever in the history of Jamaica. And right now you can't find a way to drive on the road. More people are working today than any other time in Jamaica. And if you don't trust me, you call a man and tell him you want him to be a gardener. First you will ask if you have a worker. If you don't have a worker, no call him, can not cut this no more. You understand me? In fact, the bus that run from Price Right to Half a Tree, people tell me they don't have time to take no bus over, to take cab. You understand? Things
Mr.
are
Mr. Charles, Mr. Charles.
Oh.
Besides divine intervention, why me believe say a Michelle probably put on the TikTok on your phone?
No, sir. That Michelle, you mean my daughter?
Who put it on?
My daughter?
Who put on the app? Who put on the TikTok app here?
Me no know that. Me no know. Me on the seat and this is some woman that dance. And me touch.
And you know,
but
and you know what, Petal? She came on the live shortly after he was talking.
That Michelle there, me tell you something about her. Michelle love her father. That somebody have asked me if she's the daughter or the wife. Right?
Yeah.
She love her father. She went to St. Thomas today and don't carry me. Said daddy tired. I'm not tired, you know. I want to work with them and I want to appeal to the people of St. Thomas. Please, on my behalf, and on those who have called me, a man come to see me and say, in the Canada 38 years now, and it's me sending him build him house, and graduated, all the children graduate, and his wife all right, and he wants to say thanks to me. I am saying to you, I have helped you, and Michelle, who is a dental surgeon, what money she can make in 1 month, she can make it up, and she leave it, and say it's me cause it why she leave. Pearnel say it's me why I'm leave. Big liar and run politics. And I said, look here, the people of Jamaica have made me what I am, and they have made me make you what you are. Come and serve them, work with them. And therefore I'm appealing to you, don't let me down, right? Don't let me down. Vote for the government and make sure you bring in the two of them.
You know what, Mr. Charles? A lot of people from overseas are coming down to vote.
Yes?
I am one of them.
Yes.
And your children are well loved by labor rights. Your children
Mr. Charles, you're
are
supposed to be a
well
proud
loved
father tonight, yes.
And I am sure they will be rewarded at the polls. Prezi.
Well, let me ask. You're the lady that know Michelle?
No, I don't. I've seen them around at different events, but I don't know her.
Somebody have to call me to get the books to distribute. I can't give away free, you don't have to pay me a little money.
We're gonna call your son and get in because we know how to get in touch with Pearnel.
You know
we'll get
him?
in touch with Pearnel.
Yes, tell us the title again.
Eh?
Titles of the book.
The book, the price? Not a worry if
no,
$3,000.
The titles, not the cost. Titles.
Huh?
Titles. The name of the book.
One is Cry from the Grassroots. That is me is a grassroots, and I cry to the nation. One is detained. One is detained. I was detained in prison. That one tell you all that them do me in there, and I do. Because they call us striking there one time, you know.
No, me read it.
I think we have that book.
Hold on. Hear this now. Babsy called me one morning when they let us out for 10 minutes. I said, Pearnel, you know, so I have 5 of us in this big room, and they give you one open bucket. And that woman, I said, you know, woman have a problem. I said, what? And I start to make noise. I say, cover the bucket. Send somebody to go cover the bucket. The woman cannot pass them pad out. Them asked me to stop the noise. I said, not stop the noise until you not show me that the bucket go and cover a strike. We not eat no food. And the man said, all right, lock him in for 8 days, 1 slice of bread and 1 glass of water. And after 3 days, and you can't see outside, you know, because the little hole that come out is 1 eye can look through at a time. You understand? Your 2 eyes can't look through the 1 hole. You have to put 1 eye there. And since then, you know, Babsy them and Pat Steven, them push 1 slice of bread through the little hole and they eat. They get 1 slice of bread from the paper and 1 glass of water. And then give me some little things through the hole and we eat. And after 8 days, me lose 8 pounds. And I said, thank God for the lose 8 pounds, me too heavy anyhow.
But, one quick question, Mr. Charles. Is there any truth to it that Buster was locked up in the same cell that you were in?
Dr. who?
Buster Manti.
You know, you're a wicked woman. You
Why?
are a wicked woman.
Why you say that?
Because you hear the truth.
Okay.
And you call me now and me have to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Well, Babsy was in room 3. And when me come, them say they want me closer to the gunman, them. I mean, the police one, you know. So they move Babsy from room 3, put her in room 5, and put me in room 3. And me no do a thing, one take a what thing and write Buster Manti name by the 4 side of the wall and declare say Buster. I Buster prison me in.
Oh God.
Everybody call look and say Buster Manti, me say Buster write up his name in it. But the other city, I mean, when I know Buster was under the prison, me write Buster name in that the whole time is Buster prison me in.
You're never easy.
Well, but you know, when I came out, you know, I went to Buster was sick and was at the hospital. And I went to look for him. And the nurse said, Chief, Pearnel is here to see you. Pearnel? Yes, let him come. And the nurse, I said, Chief, how you feeling? And said, Buster said to the nurse, how him look? And nurse said, look all right. And Buster said to me, and son, if you look all right, why you come out for? Buster said, me should stay in there. I said, Buster, I was in your prison, your room. So it's really me write him name in the, I never tell anybody before. But me write a Buster name all over the place. So me say, Buster prison me was in, Mas.
Gentlemen, Mr. Charles, you are a good one. We're making it your rest. You know what I mean? Can you have your own?
Yeah, man, I totally agree.
Mr. Charles,
Oi.
you have a good night. You are making it your rest. You are a good one. So we're organizing for your next night again. When you see about Sunday around 3 o'clock, we can link you back in it.
Hold on, say that again.
We say there for a good while now, so why you get your rest?
A good while.
I want to continue. You want your rest now.
He's thinking that you're tired.
Tired? Listen, man. You don't know so that.
Steve, you better go sleep. Steve,
Oh,
you better go sleep.
Sleep? Could I tell you something?
Yeah.
And how did the lady go and believe this? I have never slept 8 hours in any bed since I know myself.
Yeah.
8 hours? 8 hours? No, sir. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6. You get up and go about to business work. And that come from the business. I mean, maybe if you're sick, you go 8 or 10 hours, but to organize to go to bed and sleep for 8 hours, you're most poor.
Yeah.
Some me say to MP, some me say 5 hours.
Mr. Charles, every night, so we can continue.
Me?
I have a quick one for Mr. Charles, a quick question. How old was your father when he died? How old your father was when he died?
My father had prostate cancer. And you say that Michelle, Miss, you know Michelle, right?
Yes, I do.
My father was in love with Michelle. Michelle is his lovely grandfather. So, Daddy said, Mitch, I'm going to have an operation. The doctor said that I am going to have cancer, or I'm having cancer, and they're going to have an operation. So I want you to come with me. I want you to be at my bedside. Michelle is young, you know, young girl. I don't think she was in high school yet. So Michelle said, Grandpa, what you going to do? What operation gonna have? Oh, they're going to remove my testicles. Michelle said, Grandpa, you what? Oh, just my testicle. Grandpa, you know what is a testicle? No? Your balls. Grandpa said, what? Grandpa called the doctor and said, me not taking out my balls. Me come with it and me have to go back with it. That Michelle make my father could have lived 3 years more. My father said, Michelle said, is his balls they want to take out? I'm not taking out them balls. I'm not. Poor little grandpa never understand the testicle business. So he was 85 years old.
Oh, God.
My mother, well, listen now, my father, grandmother, who is my great grandmother, she died at 105. My mother, grandmother, who is my great grandmother, died at 103. My mother died at 103 months. She could have lived longer because, you know, Peter Charles, Peter is a neurosurgeon and is my son. And my mother's heart stopped when she was 89 and, no, 99 and a half. And he, you know, just squeeze up, and start the heart. And then when she reached 103 months, it stopped again. And Peter go upon it again, pumping, and said, listen, man, she's not going to live more than 2 months if we keep this, let her go now. So she died at 103. Okay? So that's a great grandmother for my father, 105. Great grandmother for my mother, 103. My mother, 103 months. My father, 85. And I will start on September 1, my 90.
Yes. I asked you the question because I was told by your father that your family members live very long. A lot of them lived over 100 years old.
You're told by my father what?
In speaking to your father, he told me, I learned from him that you are from a family that live very long.
That who's going to live very long?
No, your father told me that the family, his
Oh,
mother,
yes,
they live very long. Yes.
Yes. My mother's had probably about 10 or 15 sisters, and they all live up in the late 90s.
Yeah, man. I used to just go up there and sit and talk with him, you know. I mean, the man was so knowledgeable, he knew a lot of things. I used to learn a lot from him.
Yeah, man. My father was a district constable, you know.
At Money Police Station, right?
Eh?
He was at Money.
Yeah, man. Right on the hill there.
Right at Money.
Right above the police station.
Yes.
On the hill. And we were living in a little place called Devon Harris Road near Madras. Endeavour, Gibraltar, and Alexandria in the middle there. And they came and lived at Money when we became much bigger. So they
Yes.
live at Money on the hill right above the police station. We still have the house there.
It's still there now.
And yeah, man,
Okay.
Rocky,
Mm.
go there every now and again and keep it going.
I
Suji, I haven't
used
heard from you in a while.
I used to just drive the police car and park out there and go talk to him.
Yeah.
I used to just park the police car by the gate and go in the house, go just call him
Yes,
and
yes,
talk to him.
yes.
He enjoyed that too. He enjoyed that.
Let me tell you something. My father was something else. He was working with the judge at Brownstone,
Yes.
and he's the one who called the people. You know, when they said John Brown to come.
Call the names.
Yeah. And I heard that one time it called a man and said, John Brown? And the man said, yes. And he heard when the man said yes, you know. But him and the man had some little quarrel. And he called the man that to come stay the whole of Brownstone. Here calling the man. I said, Daddy, you're a wicked man. And the man come in and say, I answered 3 times, sir, and him still call my name hard. He said, just not listen to him at all. But so life is, my father was a district constable and him helped to keep the peace.
Yes, sir. I don't know if you spoke about this, but is there any accuracy in the information that the PMP would have lost 1976 without the state of emergency? What are your views on that?
Well, it is because the PNP was so far behind why they lock up so many of us to get us out of the street. Because if we weren't there, then labor right back way and run, some run away, some hide, some migrate, and if it weren't for the state of emergency, they would not have won the 1976 election.
Tell him what DK Duncan did say. Him say, if you control, tell him exactly what DK Duncan did say when you ask them why they lock you up.
You know, listen to this. Listen to this. When I became Minister of Public Utilities and Transport, there was a guy who was a very good friend of Michael Manley named Fudge. Fudge was his right-hand man. So I'm in my office and my secretary told me that a man is here to speak to me urgently at the name of Fudge. I said, come on in. And Fudge said, Pearnel, you know, Michael is not going to be here for much longer. I would like to speak to you before he pass. I said, no problem. I'll go and see him. He said, what? You'll come? Yes, man. When? No? Yeah. So I jumped in the car and I went up to Michael's home. And I heard when Fudge said, Michael, Pearnel is here. And Michael said, what? Pearnel? And I go in and shake him hand and just, I will tell you a secret between me and Michael Manley. I had always been attracted to Michael's presentation when he talked about the defense of poor people. On the other hand, Siaga talked the same way, but Siaga was working, he was in government, so he was organizing youth all over Jamaica and sending them to school and this. So one was working and one was talking. So when I came back, I said to Hugh Shearer, listen, I like Michael Manley's presentation, talking about the poor, talking about what you want to do, how we can make life better. But I like Siaga working for the poor. I like how I'm building the market, building the schools, and this and that. So I go and join Siaga. And I went and joined Siaga. And a few months after that, he made me a councillor for Denham Town, and I think there was an extension. So I was councillor in Denham Town for 2 terms, while Hugh Shearer made me a senator. So I was a senator and a councillor. And so that's it. What was it that I didn't tell you now? Are you there?
If they would have lost the election, you remember what?
I told you, yeah, man, they would have. It was the general feeling that the PNP would have lost 1976 election if they did not lock up all of us, particularly the leaders. Sorry about DK.
Yeah, what Manley and DK? What Manley?
When I went to Michael Manley, I know he chatted, and when he was leaving, I said, Mike, I cannot leave without asking you this question. Why did you lock me up? We were together on a committee, and by the time we reached home, the next day you call a state of emergency and lock me up. And he said to me, Pearnel, I can take you to Jamaica House right now. There are 3 chairs around the Prime Minister's desk. I sat in one, the Commissioner of Police sat in one, and the Major General sat in one. And one of them said to me, Prime Minister, if we don't get a chance to lock up Pearnel Charles by Wednesday, we will not allow any military or police to come out. And he said to me, Pearnel, if you was Prime Minister and you're faced with that, what would you do? And I said, I would lock you up. And he was laughing. But, so was it, if that was what he was faced with. So when I came up, I said to his friend, Shearer, Hugh, I went to see Michael. He said, you went to see Michael Manley? I said, yeah, man. The man's going dead, man, and he want to talk to me. And it's a guy that I like him talk. And I told him this story that Michael said why he locked me up was because of what the policeman and the commissioner and the Major General Shearer said, him is a damn liar. I would never make any man make me lock up my friend. But I don't know. I don't know if maybe he's telling the truth. And I don't know if a Prime Minister find himself in that position, whether you're a friend or a foe, what he would do. And, so I take it from him. I make him go on with it. I can't know if it's true or not.
Right. And then the one DK now, him say, him couldn't make you there down. What was it, DK? Did say you go control one part and somebody else, and then him say which part they made go walk. You remember that?
No, I tell you what. I tell you how that go. DK Duncan and Scree Bertram and myself, all 3 of us are university graduates. We used to work together. We come from St. Ann. And so those 2 are PNP, I am JLP, the 3 of us are friends. And so DK get trouble all the while, and me and Scree have to try and control him in St. Ann so that they don't lock him up. So all along we come up, PNP and JLP will not bother us, because we are colleagues and we're friends. So when I told DK, I said, DK, Michael said, is the policeman them make him lock me up. DK said to me, I don't know about that. He said to me, Pearnel, see I got control West Kingston. And then put you to control Southwest. Where the hell we going to walk on Kingston? We have to lock you up. So DK tell me why them lock me up. And then locked me up and we put Joe McPherson out there. They nearly killed Joe Mac and then burn on him and burn on him printry. The kid Tony Spalding sent and tell me, he said, he wants to stay up a jungle and see the sea. And I sent and tell him I want to stay at Rima and see the clock at 2:30. My God, who tell me to say that? That made they lock me up faster. And I'm telling Michelle, so, that you know, so you was a bad boy, you know. I don't know. Well,
No pushover. Was no pushover.
I was not fearful. Right? Me and Siaga, we went to Highgate to a JLP meeting. And when we're going up there, we have a big crowd of people coming up, following us on Portmore. And we hear, say, boy, you can't go Highgate at all because PNP nominate up there and the wait for you. And so I say, all right, Eddie, me and you have to go in front of the people. So the crowd is behind us, me and you in front, but you go before me. and when you hear me tell you duck, I mean a son come for your head. See, until him they didn't have that as a joke. He said, Pearnel tendency duck, you know what duck mean, you know? A countryman mean him above your head. Because son come. And he laughed and right through. That was a joke for him. But we passed through some rough days. And I don't want to, these young people who are here now don't understand. And I hope tonight, and I want to say congratulations to whoever has organized this thing and give me an opportunity to say a lot of the things that I really wanted to say. And I hope a lot of people have heard. And I am begging you, I want to walk on the street and hear somebody say, you know, I wasn't going to vote for no, but I listened to you the other night and I'm going to vote. And I want some of us to go there as teachers to really say to the people, trust me, what is happening now has never happened. Never happened. I mean, look at St. Thomas. It takes me 45 minutes from the airport to reach Marion Bay the other night. Eh? Look at that.
Normally hours.
It took 3 hours, 3 days for the man, our man from out there to Mars come and St. Catherine, seeking relief. You know what I'm talking? You don't know who walked from Stony God
Oh,
to
from
St.
Stony
Catherine?
God.
Who? The national hero.
Paul Bogle.
Paul Bogle, man.
Yes, Paul Bogle.
Paul Bogle. And I need to say something, and I want to give you an opportunity to tell you. I went to the opening of the Marion Bay, the Goodyear factory thing, the development. And Dr. Charles, my daughter, member of parliament, was asked to make a presentation, I think probably about 5 minutes. And I sat there and I heard she say that Barrant, Honorable Barrant, Honorable Newland, Miss Vi Thompson, who was PNP, Pearnel Charles, and Dr. Ferguson. All 5 of them wanted the best for St. Thomas. I am glad that I am here as member of parliament to open the opening of this factory. And she looked and she saw Ferguson before, and she said, Dr. Ferguson is here, come up here with me and stand with me while I am making the presentation. And he went there and the both of them stand, she made a presentation, and he came down and sat and the rain started drizzling. I was over the other side. He had an umbrella, and I went and sat beside him under the umbrella. And I hope he is listening, and I hope that he will say if I'm lying. I said to him, Fergie, you know that the people out here said the reason why Michelle win the seat is because she's your goddaughter, and him laughed. And I said, she really sure that when she call you to come up on the platform and let the people see you. And Fergie said to me these words, is the greatest thing that she has done since she become MP out here. He appreciated it so much. And then Mark Golden go out there and want one set of black people to fight the other set of black people. PNP and JP to go to war because Michelle embarrassed Ferguson when Ferguson told me the greatest thing that Michelle has done for him by making the people see him.
You see?
So let me tell you something. This war business between JLP and PNP will mash up any country. I know some JLP man who don't talk to a PNP man for 2 years. I know some PNP man who don't talk to a JLP man for 2 years. Because of PNP and JLP, we don't need that. We don't need that sort of fire to tell man, say, you're going to put him in a short pants. So you're going to put me back in a short pants for what? For nothing. Like them send me to prison for 1 year. For nothing. So you can't know if it's you them going to take, or the woman that going to take, or who. Because the man says, if you elect him, Bunting and Golden, if you elect him, some labor right is going to go in short pants. Same like how they put us in short pants and sleep with chink and dog flea. You know, anything. Let me tell you something, man. Don't take it as like when I cry out in the prison, when the dog, when the chink them bite me so. Me cry out and say, no, go back to the bed. Them come and spray the bed Monday. And they couldn't sleep on it Monday night because it's everything insecticide. And Tuesday night, they get a good sleep. Wednesday night, they get a good sleep. Friday, waiting happen. It look as if they change the mattress and put back another mattress. Because when the chink start for me again, I have to ball out. Yeah, talks, man. And them give, when you stick up there, it's pure aspirin and you know. And me take aspirin till me lose out of my ear completely. Deaf. Right now, there's just 1 ear me have. But thank God me have one. Some people don't have none.
Good night, sir. Good night. Good night, sir.
Yes, sir.
I've been here a while and I wanted to ask you a question, but first thing I want to say thank you for serving, sir, with dignity and pride. Thank you. We give you your flowers while you're alive, sir. You know, you have done your part to make this country where it is today, you know, and you adding your children to the cohort of great leaders in Jamaica would have been very, very prestigious. So I just want to say to you, thank you for the great job that you have done and your children carrying your legacy. But the question I want to ask though is, maybe I was off for a while, so maybe you would have talked about it, but I didn't hear. What was the rationale behind the 76th state of emergency from the PNP?
The question was just asked. The rationale is simple. The rationale was to destroy the JLP so that the PNP would win the election. And they did just that. They put all of us, organizers and frontliners, in prison. And they had a free-for-all. Joe McPherson was put in my seat and then burned down in Printry. A few days before election. They put us in prison and win the election. Without that, we would have won.
So, Can I don't think I want to play devil's advocate.
Ask me
I
any
leave
question.
it.
Ask me any. Look here, man.
You know,
Hold on.
it's just, you know, I will.
Listen, ask me any question you want. Positive. If it's positive, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yes, no.
If it's negative, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yes, but
you know they always say whenever the PNP is in government and if they know that they're in trouble or going to lose the election, they use the state against the JLP. And if they are in opposition, they use an allegation of corruption against the JLP. And we see it play all over again to the day, yeah. And that's one, you know. They were
I know Petal, but I was just gonna play devil's advocate.
I never forget when me hear my father curse one day and say, they lock up Pearnel and they exile Babsy. And I say, exile? What exile mean? And he said, go on, you have one dictionary, go and go look up what exile mean. And when I was a little kid, I know what exile mean. And now they're trying to tear Andrew down with an allegation of corruption. And you see, tomorrow morning or this morning, yeah, when they claims them, I got this send up an era circles and I got protest. Hey,
they have a next guest coming.
That's all I have to say to them.
They have a next guest coming. But sir, I just want to say to you, thank you, and continue doing what you're doing to help us along the way and giving us the insight into what has been happening. So I would just want to ask you, and for people